What's up, guys? How are you doing today? Ever so slightly behind because I don't have a reason actually. I got baited into a discussion about Ryanair hard landings on Twitter and lost the perception of time. So I'm still dressing myself up. So, today we are going to race. Yesterday it was sort of a recon ride, but today it's going to be a race, and I've watched some videos of the Sprintify route, and that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but I look forward to it. Anyway, the race starts in 35 minutes from now. Yeah, I've watched Steven's video, Triple B's. Obviously, he raced with advanced guys, so that was, slightly different beast. But I think there are two really hard spots. The first one being the climb up the bridge, and the second is that little incline near the end. So I need to wait 3 more minutes for the pen to open, and then I will do my usual warm-up. Today my legs feel way better than they did yesterday. Still feel a little bit of soreness, but I think it's doable today. So in the meantime, let me check what are the weekly things. We've got workout of the week. That looks easy. Climb of the week is Puy de Dôme, okay. And route of the week is Wasted 8. So nothing too brutal in today's weekly challenges. Obviously, we've got the Big Apple Badge Hunt as a new challenge for, I believe, 2000 XP in total, if you do all 4. So that's something I will do eventually, because I still need the XP. Yeah. Those 2 escalators look gnarly, but they aren't as gnarly. Because there is that little moving strip that helps you on the escalator. So you still need to put decent power, obviously, but it is not the same as the escalator in London. In London, you really need to go hard to not lose momentum. Here, it helps you a fair bit. I'm not hangover today. Yes, that's a great start. That is a great start, for sure. Then again, I didn't have a bad result even when I was, so maybe that really is a substance that helps check people, right? Even if it's uncomfortable. So. I have a feeling I forgot something. I don't know. I think a lot of people were hating the one in London, so they came up with this solution. So there is still something you need to, overcome when you leave the subway, but nothing as annoying for the legs as the one in London. Because in London, if you have a fast group and you don't want to get dropped, you need to put like 10 watts per kilo there. For a few seconds, it's not something, you are not doing it forever, but still. Looks like there is going to be a huge amount of people in this race. There is 500 people in the event, and that's the race, that's not the ride. So obviously you'll see the distribution. 85 already in A, and this is the higher A category, so that's going to be really hard. I don't have winning ambitions today. I will be glad to, not fail on this route. And obviously, if I can bring something home, that's good. But we will see. So I'm now wondering if I can cover some of the new routes during warm-up. Let's take a look. What's the shortest one here? I can definitely do Avon Flyer and probably Prospect Park Loop as well. And probably even double span spin. But let's do Prospect Park Loop, and I can do the other ones anytime. Maybe Isendorf Express is something I could do as well. Let's do Prospect Park Loop at this point. Yeah, if you join the pen early, it remembers your position even if you leave the event, like I did just. Oh. Wait a minute. Sure. Let's do this. Oh, that was not the question. Okay. Obviously, when you're doing like a hard race, the pen placement is really important because you don't want to start way behind. So I'm really eager to learn how hard the warm-up is going to be today. Like always, it is a good benchmark of how I will feel during the race. Any upcoming long route batch completion rides? I would like to do Uber Pretzel on my birthday. Do like a birthday stream and do some big challenge like that to give myself a gift. Last year, I gifted myself with an FTP test. So this time, Uber pretzel might be appropriate. Maybe something before. That's in the middle of December. Maybe something before then. Not sure just yet. $25, yeah. Sure. My birthday is 12th December. Yeah, I might do actually a group ride if anyone wants to join. That would be nice. So today it was a bank holiday in Czechia. Yesterday we took a day off. So we've had a nice 4 days of work with my wife. Boy, am I not ready to go back to work tomorrow. I mean, it will be definitely in the evening, European time. My FTP is 300 flat currently. Which is a little bit over 4 watts per kilo. Sure, go ahead, join. It's going to be fun. The most important training for a new rider is a volume. You can do races for fun, but the main gains are in volume. Lots of low effort rides. I ride outside as well, yeah. Obviously during summer more than during winter. Čau, díky, Adame. A musíš si dát trénink přímo. Ne jet freeride, ale zvolit si konkrétní trénink. I mean, 300 a week is a decent amount. I would say that's about the point where you can benefit from some intervals and quality work. napiš na Discordu. Klidně. So far, so good. This race is undeniably going to be tough. It's the highest span I'm allowed in, and there is going to be 100 plus riders, so there is no discussion. It's going to be tough. The question is if I can do something with it. So I could have done one of the longer routes, apparently. Never mind. I'm not trying to undersell, but last week I've done the bottom A pen, and the effort level at the Skur Summit was insane. Anything could have happened there. And this is higher category, so yeah, we'll see. Maybe. Warm-up feels good though. But it's hot here. That depends on what kind of rider you are. If you have stronger legs, then you might do less RPM and be okay with that. If you are strong aerobically, higher RPM is usually going to be better. When I'm racing, I tend to do over 90. I feel like I'm losing endurance quite quickly if I go under. Also depends on your height, your crank length. So if you are very tall and have large crank length, you might be better off with lower RPM, but it's very individual. There is no right or wrong. Do you hold any KOMs? I think I hold one, not on Zwift obviously. There are two good people for that. But around where I live, I think I have one. I hold some from running. As a runner, I was KOM hunting segments. Running is less forgiving on knees, yes. 80 RPM is on the lower end, what I would prefer. But like I said, depends on you and your unique situation. $120 is ideal for sprinting. Oh wait, it's not. Okay, I felt a little bit of trouble during the 1 minute interval, but it might be because I was talking. Usually I don't talk during this interval, so I don't think we should draw any conclusions from that. Indoor cycling will improve your aerobic strength. But obviously, if you want to improve as a runner, the best way to do so is to run. I would say cycling comes into that when you no longer can increase your mileage when running because you will get injured, or probably you're already at your maximum. But so it is better to, do your mileage in running, and on top of that, do like indoor cross training, but not instead of the running. That's a good point. Thank you. That would be very awkward. I'm following the cadence guidelines whenever I do one of the Zwift's workouts, and it prompts me to. So last week, there was this brutal workout of the week. I don't know what it was called, but it was 2 hours, and there was 2 10-minute FTP intervals. There was some intervals above your FTP, and there were some zone 2 cadence work. So I was doing the cadence work there, but my peak sprint is something like 17 watts per kilo for 5 seconds. About 1200 watts. But that's that's sprint where I'm fairly like rested, right? I cannot do such sprint at the end of a race like this. Yeah, bricolage or whatever you call it. That was insane workout. Yeah, the headphones are good. Very comfortable for the riding. For my day-to-day use, I use different ones. I either use Sennheiser Momentums 4 or AirPods 3 Pros. But I prefer those for riding because they are the least uncomfortable. But I think it was a good workout in terms of what you gain from it. But it wrecked my legs so hard, I couldn't race yesterday. It was from that workout. Zwift gramophone. Yeah, that would be hilarious. I'm not streaming on Twitch mainly because I don't want to split my audience over the two platforms, because I believe there is some value in, there is going to be some compounding effect if all my audience is on YouTube. I believe the channel then can grow, like, I don't want to say exponentially faster, but you get the point. And also, I'm lazy. So as always, this stream is sponsored by Turborox rocker plates. If you are interested in making your indoor cycling more comfortable, this is by far the best way to do it, at least in my opinion. But I really value my rocker plate, so I'm doing this. If you have any questions about them, feel free to ask. Not when I'm suffering. You are feel free to ask whenever, but when I'm suffering, I probably won't answer. But you know, before the race, after the race, feel free. And if you are interested, go to turborox.com and use discount code RoadtoA to get 4% off any of their rocker plates. And also, don't forget, until November 9th, you can get 20% off the Wahoo Kicker Core 2 with one of my discount codes. which I hope is now in the description, but if it's not, I will add it. So that's a 2-week promotion. Take advantage of that while it is available. Hey, Chris. Thank you very much. Yes, thanks everyone for being here. I've reached 5,000 subs, which during my live stream on December 29th last year, I claimed 5K to be my goal for 2025. So we've already reached that. I'm super thankful for you, being here, watching this. Pomůže ti rockplay v tom, že nebudeš chtít po 2 hodinách umřít na tom kole. Je to jenom o komfortu. Nepomůže ti jezdit rychle, ale pomůže ti jezdit díl. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I am aware that there is like a purely vertical community audience. I might look into that eventually. Thank you. I'm honored to be right behind Ed. There's a lot of guys with GCN jerseys. People. Maybe they are. Tak s tím ti obávám se rockplay nepomůže. Hey Steve, how are you? You did super well yesterday, actually. I was super impressed by your performance. This guy on the left from me looks like Ollie. His avatar does, anyway. No meetings, yay! Something is rattling here. Huh. Maybe it's the fan. Oh, okay, in zone 2. Thank you very much. You should probably adjust the pressure in one of the rocker plate balls. I'm leaning a little bit to the left, but no time to do that anymore. Should have realized that sooner. I have the correct bike, right? Yeah. GG. Yeah, I didn't see that comment coming. That's why I specified rocker plate balls. Thank you, Jacob, for joining. Appreciate it. NV45. Any costs? I probably might use this one. I will need that. Díky kamera. Ooh, spicy. Hey, Colin. This is beautiful, by the way. Riding over the, I believe it is 6th Avenue. I like it. This is a race. Doesn't look like so right now, but it sure as hell did a few minutes ago. There's a breakaway attempt. I think that's a little premature, actually. Do I get another power up before the KOM? Oh my god, that's Charlotte Colclough. That's a pro women cyclist. And she's got the badge, so it's really her. Oh my god. I believe we got another one here, so this is the power segment, the new power segment. No? Oh. What a weird timing. Oh, there is not feather. Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't have used that. I thought there was feather as well. So I thought I would have 2 in 3 chance. Yeah. So I think we got them. Brave effort, but the group is strong. There's still another one. Oh, there might be there. Okay. Na tepovku koukám občas, abych si potvrdil, že to, jak se cítím, je realita a ne, že to sugerovávám. Ale ty jsou mi jedno. They will make it. Oh, whew. What a strong group, guys! Holy crap! Damn! The front guys did 4.5. Let me see. Where is Charlotte? Did she quit? Oh, here. 7 seconds behind. Yeah. 4.5 average for the front guys. Damn. And I think that wasn't a bad sprint for me either. Like, but I was in a posh company. Yeah, this was probably the strongest group I remember racing in. There was one in the Scotland, like a month and a half ago, when we were racing with Tepolorio. That was an insane group as well. But I would say this one was on par with that. Yeah, I should have been more at the front, I think. But I was hoping they would start sprinting a little later, because obviously I'm the strongest sprinter from like 250 meters away. And if the group starts like 400 meters away, that really decreases my performance in that sprint. Yeah. That's the thing. The roads like this aren't like, you know, they do not drain you in a way that you wouldn't be able to walk afterwards, right? But it's the 5-minute efforts that you need to do during the race that really drain you. Hey, Phil. So what should we do as a cooldown? Let's finish the kilometer here, so we've got the 40 XP. And then we'll figure something out. You got a new trainer? The Kicker Core 2, I believe you ordered. How is it? And good. Oh. DK. I don't know. I think maybe doing something of the week for the cooldown. I think I should do some volume today. Does it feel nice? How do you like the race mode, the immediate power? That should be really good, right? power banker was, yeah, that would be nice. I would, if that was the case, I would do sprints during training and then unleash them on the climbs. So let's see. What do we have? Out of the week, 50 minutes. Climb of the week, 1 hour. I don't want to do workout of the week. What's the right route of the week? Wasted 8. Let's do wasted 8. Let's do wasted 8. My computer, I've got a gaming PC, but it's not necessary for Zwifting you can, get away with lower specs and get the same graphics basically. But I have a gaming PC because obviously for streaming and recording, you need a fairly powerful setup. But if I didn't stream and record videos, I probably wouldn't get a gaming PC like this. E-bike talk. I don't know, can you even mount e-bike on trainer? You would probably like wreck the trainer with torque, wouldn't you? JC. Isn't that game like 20 years old? I remember playing it when I was, I don't know, in high school, something like that. You know what would be cool? Do a Zwift race on half the screen and on the second screen, like trying to beat Elden Ring or something like that. I think that would get a lot of views actually. It's always like crazy stuff like this that gets really popular on YouTube. I remember this girl who were playing Elden Ring on the dance pad. And when she was like fighting the bosses, she was dancing on the dance pad. And she beat the Elden Ring that way. It was really crazy. So probably doing that while cycling would be also pretty funny. I'm actually tempted to do that now. Sure. Chris, you actually can get that. You can get like a riser device that you mount instead of your front wheel and basically rises your bike up and down. It's fairly cool, I have that, but it's not like groundbreaking or anything. Was that you who did the solo attack, Stan? Beat Valeria while climbing Alp. Yeah. I've never known defeat while on Alp d'Huez, Alp de Zwift. That would be hilarious, actually. Yeah, you can get Wahoo Kicker Climb, you've got Elite Riser, and there is now a new one from Garmin as well. Oh, I actually said on stream that you guys have that. I really thought you would be able to do it. But I think the group's momentum was really strong on the descent, so. Yeah, I was fairly confident. I was fairly confident that I would outsprint a lot of the people. And I probably did, but I thought I would outsprint more of them. It was like a super strong group. Co myslíš výkonovou křivkou? Nevím, co je asi. Busy time slot, yeah. I mean, there was how many, like 100 people there? It's actually pretty sick. Okay, I should probably go a little bit higher, otherwise I will be here like for a year. I think you shouldn't aim to get back to B, honestly. I think if Zwift has put you into A, I think you have the power, even if you do not think so. So you might need to learn the tactics, you know, how to conserve energy, when to go, when not to go. But you probably have the numbers, so I would, if I were you, I would simply continue racing. You will get better that way. And in the case you don't belong there, you will drop eventually. But I think if Zwift put you to A, I think you ultimately belong there. My racing score is, it was 619 before this race. I don't know what it is now. A tohle myslíš? Já už jsem teďka v jiný aktivitě, takže tam tu už neuvidím. A když si přetočíš stream, tak tam možná bude nějakou vteřinu, dvě, když jsem ukončoval tu aktivitu. Yeah, actually, we could tell you stories, me and Steven, about racing with the good guys. We did this for the whole summer in the Sisu tour. Both of us were racing the top A guys. There were people like Nando and the Danish guy, Thomas Sorensen. Is this his name? Those kind of guys. And basically what we were trying to do is trying to stay with them for as long as possible. And I've lost a ton of racing score doing that, but I've improved like never before over the 1 month when we were racing with those guys twice a week. Lionel who? Maybe. $278 for 20 minutes isn't that sick for me. I've done $315 for 20 minutes. That was my best. But, you know, 20-minute effort when you're climbing isn't really comparable to 20-minute effort when you're racing. Because when you're climbing, you can just settle in the rhythm and go consistently. And when you're racing, the inconsistency of power, the variability, is what makes it difficult, not the power. Lionel Sanders. That tells me something. Okay, so my rocker plate now is definitely imbalanced. I'm leaning to the left now. So after the ride, I will need to adjust the pressure, because I need to counterbalance it with my body, and that isn't what's supposed to be doing. The next race is probably on Friday. Both tomorrow and on Thursday, I've got some activities. On Thursday, I'm going out with the guys. So I don't know in what shape I will return on Friday. Hopefully not as bad as last week. I remember Nando and Sorensen. But it's possible he was there as well. There were like 20 guys with racing score, above 950. But it was fun. And actually, during the first stages, I actually have videos from that event on YouTube, so you can check it out. But basically, during the first two stages, it was complete hell. Then it got a little bit better. And then in one race, I was able to stay with them for 20 minutes. And on the last stage, like 2 laps on Champs-Élysées. Hey Katie, how are you doing? Didn't see you for a while. Oh, I didn't have my front fan turned on during the race. That's a mistake. Well, I'm glad it's because of the work meetings and not the other stuff. Hoping you're doing well in that regard. Sure. Where is the bump for the rocker plate as well? Oh, there. Okay, so the uneven rocker is actually getting on my nerves, so I will adjust it when I reach the top here. And I will at least show you how you do it. All right. Okay, so to adjust the pressure, so what I'm going to do now is inflate the left rocker plate ball a little bit, so I'm not leaning to the left. And the way you do that is using a device that is very similar to what pro cyclists use occasionally. Let me show you. You've got a thing like this, and you use that to improve your performance, basically. Wow, okay. All right. So I broke the needle, so I'm not doing that. I will need to find my backup. Oh well. Never mind. It was worth it. If only just for the joke. How did I break it anyway? But I think this needle is like replaceable. And I've got one more, so. But I will need to get spare needle. Yeah. This is I think it's very characteristics for cycling to inject your tools to improve your performance. Exactly. Yeah, I've got like 5 spare balls and I've got 1 pump left, but I will need to get some of the needles because I didn't know I can break it like so. My Zwift Power account should be the same as my Zwift account, shouldn't it? It's the same account. So if you search for RoadtoA, you should find me. I think. But this is really annoying, actually, to be leaning to the left. It is very important when you are riding on a rocker plate to have it level. But obviously, as you are riding, the balls are consistently losing pressure. Slowly, but they are. So you need to re-inflate them. I will need to review the footage from the race after I finish the ride. I'm still wondering if I could have timed the sprint better. My bike is my old gravel bike. It's a Czech brand, Quairon. It was my first bike with drop bars. I got it in 2021 because I previously I had a mountain bike, but that got stolen from the balcony, and it got stolen during the basically COVID drought when all the parts were when there was like a real lack of bikes on the market, and this was like the only bike I could have found on the market. It was a really nice gravel bike, actually. But now I wouldn't dare to ride it outside. Actually, it's all salty and crusty and. So this is my Zwift bike now. And outdoors, I'm riding on a road bike. I actually found that I prefer the smooth, fast ride the best. So last year I got myself a carbon road bike. And I'm going to take that one into France next year. Well, Mark, this way. I would say Synapse is way too nice bike for a trainer. I don't know if you have a rocker plate. Obviously, if you have a rocker plate, even carbon bike could be fine. Without a rocker plate, I wouldn't use carbon frame bike indoors because it is not made with those forces in mind. But I will tell you that if something happened to my bike here, I would get Zwift Ride without moment hesitation. My wife has one. It's a gorgeous and silent bike. Actually, I'm a little jealous, to be honest, but yeah, okay. So I think that should be enough, to save your bike from those forces. So it depends whether or not you want to subject your Synapse to the sweat and stuff, but it should be safe from the mechanical forces, I think. But then again, if you're riding a lot indoors and outdoors, it is nice to have a dedicated indoor bike, whether that is Zwift Ride or anything else, so you don't have to switch it constantly. And that thing, I have, my wife has the Zwift Ride over there, and it's built like tank. It's like, if I threw that thing from the window, nothing would happen to it, and there would be hole in the floor. Like, it's like Nokia of Zwift bikes. I mean, sure, kicker bike is the ultimate choice if you have the money. If you have the budget for kicker bike, I would say there is no better choice. It's going to be the smoothest ride because it has belt drive. It's got the riser feature. It is a super nice bike. I love kicker bike, but it's very expensive. And you can have 3 Zwift Rides bundles for the price of 1 kicker bike. So it depends on your budget. I would say if you have the budget for kicker bike, go for it without hesitation. But if you are on a budget, Zwift Ride is like 90% of the way or 85% of the way to kicker bike. For 1/3 of a price. Maybe even less with the discount code. I don't know how much is kicker bike. It's like 4,000 euros, right? And Zwift Ride is 1,000 with a discount, so 1/4 of the price. The bundle. But then again, there is some appeal in having the best tool for the job. What's the Move bike? I'm not sure what that is actually. For quite some time, I was planning to get the kicker bike, and I'm still not like discarding the idea. Obviously, it would make a ton of sense for me to have something like kicker bike, but the expense is insane. Like 4,000 euros for an indoor bike is crazy. Yeah, it was a really hard race actually. I think when you have a kicker bike, you don't need to worry about anything for like, I don't know how long those things last. I'd say at least 5 years probably of heavy use, maybe more. So maybe if I have like a breakout video once, I might go for it, but the time hasn't come yet. But it would be tempting for sure. What actually has the biggest appeal for me on the kicker bike isn't the climber feature, but the belt drive. The belt drive is so smooth and silent that just for the pure riding experience, like you are riding through a butter, I think that should be worth it. What is that Move bike? You all guys know what that is? Hey, no worries, Katie. I'm glad you're stopping by whenever you can. I need to Google this Move bike. You actually got me interested. Oh. Well, that thing is pretty, actually. Oh, it's got like... it's got like... included rocker plate. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Kicker bike is going to be less noisy than Zwift Ride because it has belt drive, and belt drive is nearly silent. It's got just this low key hum, but that's it. Okay, I did 14Ks in 30 minutes. That's not too much. And my wife is calling me for dinner or something. Asking me how long. I would like to finish this route. 16Ks. So about half an hour. Feels weird to answer my wife in English, but here we go. But I will speed up a little bit so we can have a nice drink together before we go to work tomorrow. Ugh, that's gonna, yeah, I know. I understood the first time. I will pick up the pace, so I'm done sooner. I will do zone 2 actually. It lacks the rise feature. Actually, from the picture, I thought there was a riser. I'm not. But it is a good incentive to speed up a little bit and get some adaptations in, not just recovery. Since I won't be racing for 2 days now, I might get a little tired. I might afford to get a little tired. I would say the motion, the rocker plate motion is more important than climber. Climber feature is basically nice to have, but in no way necessary. I would say if you are training a lot indoors, rocker plate is necessary. And then obviously it depends on what is lot for you. For someone that might be 5 hours a week, for someone that might be 10 hours a week. But past certain point, I think having a rocker plate is really helpful. It improves your comfort at all times, but after some volume, it really does a lot. So this is the last level on my time trial bike, and then I need to complete the last level on the carbon bike, and then I will be finally able to upgrade the Tron. That's going to feel so nice to ride on the Tron after like half a year or more. I basically didn't ride the Tron ever since the bike upgrades got released. So my next schedule on this channel is going to be video either tomorrow or on Thursday, probably on Thursday. Then a race on Friday. Then maybe another video on Sunday. We will see. I would like to do video tomorrow, but it is still only in my notepad. It hasn't been even filmed. So we will see. Looking forward to the Zwift Unlocked long route. It's going to be super difficult because obviously the race is going to be mixed once again. 5 hours remaining until the next upgrade. That's still a lot. I'm still wondering how it is possible that so many people already have the Aero socks. I feel I ride quite a lot on Zwift, and I'm nowhere near obtaining them. Yeah. I'm still like 400 power units away, which is like, what, 150 hours for me? It's like 10 weeks. Even more. Insane. Let's give some ride-ons in this bunch. Can I give ride-ons to the opposite direction as well? Not sure. And after, obviously, next week is going to be the 5th stage of Zwift Unlocked. And after that, we are going to have the London event on city bikes. It is going to be a racing event. So no group rides, no discussions whether or not that is a race. It should be a lot of fun as well. The Brompton bikes. Well, to be honest, Steven, so do I. It's so funny how passionate people are about this topic. Like, it's such a non-issue, and everyone is so polarized about that. No, no more drink. Never mind. I don't know why I'm trying to draft when I'm on a TT bike. Muscle memory, yeah. But the Zwift play is acting weirdly for me lately, especially in the menus. It's like skipping the tiles and acts weirdly. I don't know if some moisture got into them. So do I. Especially in races, to be honest, but I think that's good, especially if you have a trainer with the race mode. Basically, launch an attack and steer out of the way so people cannot react. Oh, okay. Well, but there is an arch in the Washington Square Park, right? because I was Google mapping that afterwards, and there is an arch in Washington Square Park. It's just fairly small. On Zwift, it is much larger than it looks like on Google Maps. So isn't that one separate one? It is much smaller than the one in Paris, to be honest. But I will look up this one as well. Okay, so there's two. I thought so, yeah. I really like those arches. Obviously, the one in Paris in Champs-Élysées is epic to see in person, especially with all the traffic underneath it. But there is one nice one in Barcelona as well. Okay, another one in Pennsylvania. A lot of the arches. I'm thinking whether or not there is one in Czechia. Probably not that I think of. Well, to be fair, I don't think anyone should want one with traffic that is similar to Champs-Élysées, because traffic underneath the one on Champs-Élysées is basically the definition of free for all. And it's one of the craziest things I've seen on the roads. I was just standing next to it and watching the chaos, but maybe there is a system that I just didn't pick up, but it was insane. There were like cars going from lane to lane, and the lanes aren't like printed on the floor. So there is a lot of honking. I would like to discuss whether or not the traffic underneath the Arc de Triomphe is considered a group ride or a race. Discuss. It's hard to discuss this topic when no one is in the chat to argue with you, right? Bunch sprint, yeah. But the weird thing is, from time to time, all the cars stop and let in other cars from the streets that are adjacent, and there is like no traffic light, or I don't remember them being there. It's like this weird synchronized flow. I wouldn't want to drive there. I think I'm a fairly good driver, but I wouldn't be confident driving in on that particular roundabout. So how much calories did I burn? Can I have a beer? 500 here, probably another 400 during the race. I think I can. And I'm going to have a nice healthy portion of buffalo wings, because I need that meal at least once a week. I'm addicted. To be fair, I didn't say very. I said fairly. Or at least I hope so. And I'm like comparing it to the average, so that's not a high bar to cross. Okay, guys. That's it for today. Otherwise, I might be risking divorce. So, thank you for being here. Once again, thanks TurboRocks for sponsoring this stream. If you want 20% off the Wahoo Kicker Core 2, get it while you can. It's on for the following 2 weeks. Oh, 624 is my new racing score, so I got 5 points. That's nice. Yeah, like I said, 20% off Wahoo Kicker Core 2 for the upcoming 2 weeks until November 9th. And stay tuned for the video that's coming either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And obviously we'll see each other on Friday during another race. Hopefully with my guy Steven Triple B as well. We will coordinate of the stream together. See you guys. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye.